If you put poor content into an automated system, you're going to get poor outputs. Businesses can get lulled into a false sense of security that automation means good quality. Every system we use needs great inputs to produce great outputs. In this section, you'll see how to manage all of the moving parts of your letter of engagement so you can make sure your outputs are world class. So to get to the engagement letter suite section, we want to come to Configure, Engagement Letters, and it will be the first option on the submenu. So let's take a look at the engagement letter suite when we're subscribed to OverSuite. We've got all the functionality we need to have a comprehensive letter of engagement library. Now, if we come down here, we can see we've got our scope library, terms and conditions, our privacy notice, our introduction to the schedule of services. These are all managed in our line items, and we've got our agreement statements as well. Now, if we come to the scope library and we edit this first option here, we've got two options. We can use the OverSuite library to build this out, or we can create our own letters of engagement. So if we're using the OverSuite function, we can see that we've got all of the content that we need throughout this document. Our terms and conditions are going to be universal across all the documents, so it's not needed in this section. And we've got the ability to read all of the content, and we can see what's been changed and updated from the OverSuite original content. I can even come up here and switch it to read mode to see exactly what it's going to look like. So this is a great option for previewing the content. Now, when it comes to editing the content, there's a few key things we want to take note of. So the green text, that means this has been added on additionally to the OverSuite content. You can see here we've got the ability to add another paragraph, so anything that we add that's new will come up in green. Now, if we come down here, we can see blue text. This means original content from the OverSuite library has been edited in some way. We can see the original paragraph and what's been changed. We can also choose to revert it to the original if we would like to. Now, if I come through and edit any of the content that we see in there, you can see that what's going to happen in the future. It's worth noting that you have to take full responsibility for the changes, and this section will no longer auto-update in the future. So if you'd like it to auto-update in the future, you can come down here and revert it to the original. And as we come down here into the content, you can see we've got this option for the terms and conditions as well. It's the same functionality when we're looking through to understand what's been edited, and we've got the same option to create our own terms and conditions as well. This will be the same with the privacy notice. Then we've got our agreement statements, which are much simpler. We've got a signature version when the clients are signing a new contract. This may be a new client, or it may be a new year for that client. And then we've got the no signature required version, where we can just say, as soon as you pay your next monthly fee, you're agreeing to these terms and conditions. This is great for quarterly bookkeeping reviews, payroll reviews, things that can happen mid-year. And then as we come through to the letter of engagement, we've got all of our content again that's been built out based on those selections. All of our options that we've created will appear in the list above, so we know we can choose the right letter of engagement regardless of the client that we're sat with. So with all of these elements in place, you can automate the production of your letter of engagements while still maintaining world-class standards.